Welcome back. My name is Kyla P. Barnes. I am your financial chef and coach with G.Ingles Art and Financial. Please check us out online when you get a chance, www.onegingles.com. Thank you for giving me some time today as I reduce the volume and the sound here. All right, that should work for us. But I wanted to talk today before the market closes on positioning. And the reason that I'm covering the topic of positioning today is because many of us look for the opportunity to get more, to go farther, to be something in which we haven't quite ascertained, or we may even think to ourselves that we deserve to have more. And that's great. We should all aspire to want more, to desire more, and then to have driven goals, but we have to position ourselves for it. The stock market is a large financial structure in which equity and leverage and money and power, opportunity, demise, calamity, and also the mysterious unknown can be made, lost, gained, squandered, swapped, you name it. But you have to position yourself for it. So if you're wanting to have large financial gains, especially as it relates to the stock market, it's my belief, and it's also the belief of several traders, is that you have to come in from a risk perspective of positioning for a trade because of what you see. And what I mean by that is, let's just say hypothetically, you'd like to take a position in Trade Desk. Just for the record, as of today, Trade Desk was historically on the year down by, I think, more than 25%. Trade Desk is now trading at 22.40, but when you look at the year to date, it had a high of $40. So let's just say hypothetically, you believe that Trade Desk is going to go back up to 40. Well, it makes sense to start buying it now so that when it goes to 40, you'll have a profit. If you wait until it goes to 35 or 36, you won't be able to gain very much because, as you said before, you're expecting it to go to 40. But if you were to take a position in it today where it's 22.38 at this current time, then yeah, it has the ability to go back up. The other item that we can look at on the flip side is a very popular security. These are not recommendations. It's just simply to illustrate the point with NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a very large chip maker. They have a very large cash balance sheet. They have room to move, room for improvement. They have a product that's in demand. And NVIDIA is currently trading at $201.44 at this current time. When you go to look at the year-to-date chart, today is the high for NVIDIA. When you go to look at a one-year chart, today is the high for NVIDIA. When you go to look at a 5-year chart, today is the high for NVIDIA. If you wanted to get into NVIDIA, or maybe even if you thought NVIDIA was going to go to 300, then 201 looks like a fantastic price. But if you believe that 201 is too high, then maybe wait for a lower price. You still have to position yourself for what you want based off what you see. So if you believe that NVIDIA should not be priced at 201, then wait for a lower price. When it hits that price, go in. Many traders miss the opportunity to realize larger consistent gains because they may wait. They may have a strategy that is based off of hope, as well as some management systems lack risk tolerance. So that's to say that you don't know where it's going to go. You just want to be a part of it because you have the fear of missing out. Well, that may not necessarily work to produce returns in your portfolio. However, if you believe that it's going to go up and it's at a lower price now, then you position yourself for the higher price. If it's already too high, then you wait for the lower price. Even while you're waiting, you are still positioning yourself for more. Does that make sense? I have found so far this year that most of my successes have been trading securities that are not at the top of the list of the S&P, the NASDAQ, or the Dow, nor the Russell 2000. They are securities that have great balance sheets, but they're just really beat up. At any point in time in the market, you can go out to any of these quoting platforms and you can look and see which securities are down on the year, which securities have high volume, but they can't quite seem to go up, which securities have low volume and they are climbing. These are things that you have to take note of. You don't need to be a wizard and you don't need to be exceptionally smart to make money in the market, but you do need to have a plan and you have to position yourself for that plan to be successful. Here's some benefits of positioning yourself for what you want. And that could be for real estate opportunities in the event that the Federal Reserve continues to reduce the rate. That makes it more appetizing to maybe start or go out and get a mortgage or refinance, or the stock market, starting a business, going to school, or even if you see another opportunity out there. When you position yourself early for opportunities that you see, you have a proactive competitive advantage. You have the advantage that everybody else doesn't have because they aren't you. They can't see what you see and they can't realize the potential that you may have seen either in vision, in thought, or to your plan. Positioning yourself early allows for you to reduce the stress. It allows for you to see the momentum. You can even compound that momentum by either buying more securities, or maybe you see a trend in buying another home, or maybe you see an opportunity to where you can do two things for the same energy of one. That's fantastic. When it comes to market situations, the earlier you position for something when nobody else wants it, makes you a king. It makes you a queen because people are not able to see what you see for the reasons that you see it. I know I'm being redundant here, but I'm just really passionate about this. And I know that this will go somewhere for you. It is a competitive advantage when you position yourself for more opportunities, and you may have to wait for them to form. The market is not going to just give you things based off of luck. It's not an entity that's sentient. It is, for all purposes, an algorithm, a massive super machine, or even a program that runs under certain protocols, certain algorithms, and certain structures. With that being said, if something is not in your favor, but you see the opportunity, wait for it. If it's not coming to you, then make adjustments to shift. Make adjustments to change to where you are able to be effective and effectuate what you're looking for somewhere else until your trade, until your position, until your opportunity avails itself. You will reduce your stress. You will increase your patience. You will reduce your anxiety. You'll have a better quality on your approach. You'll have time to sit in the moment and think. You'll be able to see opportunities, cross opportunities, up, down, left, right. It'll be a stream of consciousness that will give you so much of a dopamine release. You'll just be like, yes, this is it. I can reward myself because I waited, because I positioned myself for it. When you position yourself for a trade or an opportunity, you also build up your own self-confidence, your own self-trust, your own self-credibility, which is fantastic. Not only does it fan the ego, but it also gives you proof in the seat that you are enough. It allows for time to become elastic and expand if you position yourself for what you want, and you will find yourself more productive. In the event that you wait too late, you have that fear of missing out. You have higher anxiety. You have the disadvantage that you're up against time that you yourself put as a time constraint. It's not even real. And you also demote yourself as far as trust and credibility. Don't do that. My name is Kyla P. Barnes. I am your financial chef and coach with G.Ingles Art and Finance. Hopefully, you have found this informational, informative, and something that you can use. And if that's the case, I've done my job. I appreciate you so much. Check me out at www.onegingles.com. We also have another podcast, Conversations About the C Word, and take my class. Get to know me, get to know us, get to know the markets, get familiar with what it's like to taste winning. And I'll see you on the trading floor.